Okay, now let us talk about this movie from 2022, and the movie is 3,000 Years of Longing, and it stars Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba. Now, this movie is described as a fantasy romance, but there's nothing romantic about this movie, right? Now, there's a lot that could be said about this movie, but I'm just going to go into the meat of what they are telling us in this movie. Now, understand that these movies are not pure entertainment. These people in high places, they are using these movies to promote their agendas, right? And it is in this movie we see Idris Elba's character being a jinn, right? And this jinn is absolutely charming, right? And describe himself as being God-fearing. And one thing I know, when it comes down to these entities, there is nothing more charming than them when they want you to do something for them, right? Or they want something from you. They get mean and nasty when they realize they cannot use you and that you are onto them. Now, in this movie, this jinn managed to charm his way into Tilda Swinton's heart, and Tilda Swinton's character handed over her body and her mind to this jinn into what is described as lovecraft, which is nothing more than sex, right? Now, you need to understand that this is forbidden. Whether it is a fallen angels, their offsprings, whatever their creation, for us humans to be engaging in sex with them is forbidden. Now, when I see them engaging in sex, lovecraft as the movie says, and I see the bottom half of Idris Elba's character coiled around Tilda Swinton's body, looking like a serpent. That's exactly what it is, right? I says, okay now, because I've seen that scene, that exact scene in the movie, I've seen it before. So someone knows the story. Someone knows exactly what they are doing. They are putting it into your minds, right? They are putting it out there for when these entities come. We see nothing wrong with having relation with them. But that is what got us here in the first place, right? Now, in the book of Genesis, it says that the sons of God had relation with the daughters of man, right? It is deeply sanitized. It's not relation. They raped them. From Eve to Adam, it was rape. It was only a handful that willingly gave themselves to these entities, not a lot, right? Now, the thing is, when they come back into our reality with their various offsprings, they would want us to engage willingly into sex with them, to marry and to have sex and to have offsprings. That is what they want, right? And when you look on Idris Elba's character in the movie, the bottom half, the skin, looks like the skin of a snake, right? Very clever. The jinn is from fire and the woman is from dust, and they're engaging in lovecraft. After 3,000 years of longing, right? Longing for the daughters of man. Imagine that after all that has happened, right? The fights, they have been locked up, they still long to engage in sex or lovecraft with the daughters of man. Unbelievable. But they don't want rape. They don't want to be chasing and raping. It will happen, but they would prefer if a majority of us would hand over our minds, our bodies, our souls to them willingly. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is forbidden then, and it is still forbidden now, right? Unbelievable what they're using these movies to promote, what they're using them to push, right? Now, understand that the times that we're living in, it is going to require us to have discipline when it comes on to sex. Whether you are married or you're single, you need to have discipline, right? Because we're entering very dangerous times. And sex is very, very powerful. More powerful than a lot of you understand. Because that is the energy that is coming from the Most High. And that energy is used in all the wrong ways. Sex was meant to be used how it is used now, right? It's not a weapon. Sex is made for the righteous. No, we need to seek the face of the Most High. Let us pray and say, glory be to the Most High.